Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Well, as I'm driving through the deserts of western Texas, I've been thinking, I might have out of range for the radio, but anyway, I was thinking, and there's a funny story. In the old days, before caller ID, we used to have people that would make obscene phone calls, and you just call a number and then you say whatever it is you want to say and stuff like that. And sometimes they'll call businesses and you know, just all kinds of stuff. And this was in 1969. This is after I came back from Vietnam, and there's a lot of racial problems. And this was in Independence, Kansas, a little dinky town, and it had a lot of racial problems, especially for a little dinky town like it was. But anyway, I had a restaurant, like I say, our family's own restaurants, and behind the restaurant we put up a basketball goal so we could, during break, we could go back there and play basketball. And so I was out there by myself shooting some baskets, and then down the alley, this is cool. Down the alley comes this guy. It's a white guy, all by himself. You know, usually all the racial problems I've had, it's always been a group that get themselves all worked up, and then like I say, we have racial problems. But this one here, this guy really had a hatred problem. He was by himself, and he was cussing me and calling me all kinds of nasty names. And so then I just took my basketball and went inside, and you know, I don't want no trouble, so I just went inside with my basketball. And I mean, it was just a few short minutes later, I get this phone call. And like I say, there's no ID or nothing. We don't know who's calling. And right when I answer it, boy, this guy's cussing me, and he's calling me all kinds of bad names and stuff. And I'm thinking, this is the same guy that was out and back. And so then what I did is I told the guy, here, could you hold on just a minute? I need to take some money. And so I set the phone down, and then I ran out the back door, and I started running down the street. And here I am running down the street, and then what do I hear? Inside this house, I hear this guy calling somebody a whole bunch of nasty names. And so I looked in there, and it was the same guy. So he's over there on the phone, screaming and hollering, pick up that phone, boy, and he's calling me all these nasty names. And so I ran up there, I kicked his door in, I ran inside his living room there, and I whipped the hell out of him right there in his living room. Now, you gotta remember, I was just back from Vietnam just a few short weeks, so violence was still pretty much in my blood pretty good, so, but it was pretty funny, you know. This guy's face when I kick his door in, and he's standing there holding the phone, you know, like a deer in the headlights, like that, holding the phone. Boy, I caught him cold, and boy, it was just funny as could be. But anyway, those were the good old days. That's the time when you could just get in a fight, and the fight's all over. And we never did shake hands and make friends, but he never did come around the restaurant anymore either. So anyway, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com.